The Nimble with Numbers team presents Chalked Blocked with Bo Big Time McBrayer.
I gotta know what a $5 shake tastes like.
That's hot. That's hot.
I want winners, folks. You don't know diddly.
And his partner, Scott Stag Simpson.
Do you know who I am?
Trying to put Tiger Bomb on this jungle's nuts.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
I gotta catch a glimpse of these warlocks. Let's make a move. Let's make a move. Let's make a move.
Welcome, everybody, to a special edition of Chalk Blocked for a showdown slate that is the first game of the NFL season. I am Nimble W. Numbers, Scott Simpson on the Twitters. Please like, subscribe if you're on YouTube, rate, whatever they do, what the kids are doing. This season, myself and Bo McBrayer are going to be bringing our acumen, our fantasy acumen, to the showdown slates. Last year, Bo McBrayer was a captain slayer over at Ball Blast writing for them. I myself, I did a little bit something here. I won 2 showdown slates on the DraftKings. So that's where I come from. I'm a double showdown slate winner last year, and then 2 years ago, your boy is a GPP second place in the 300,000 entry, a little mini max, whatever it is. I won $5K. So those are my bona fides. I picked some winners the last couple of years. I love DFS. I sweat it. I love it. I also produce content. I write. I've been writing for 3 years. I write for myself, I write for the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My work can be found over at nimblewnumbers.com with my guy, Bo McBrayer. There he is, the better half of the sexiest DFS show in the business. You can see my beard is a little tamer now, but we're bringing our content to you this year. Videos primarily this year are going to be the way that we get to you, and this showdown slate is going to be free for the first month of the season, and then we're going to roll it into Patreon. So hopefully the winning starts immediately, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to break down the slate. I've got a few numbers to run by you, give you some information about it. Then we're going to use Brian Jester, a Millie Maker winner himself, his official lineup builder over at Occupy Fantasy to help us get started with a win right off the break. We're going to break down rostership percentages, how you should approach your build, things like that. So, but the first thing I want to get into is just that. What is the line? Where are we at right now? What's going on? So, first game of the season, Buffalo Bills are heading into the world champion, they win the world championships, whatever, the NFL champion, LA Rams. It's going to be a big game. The Bills were favored by 1, I believe, and now it is at 2.5. So not a whole 3. But if you're thinking about when you come in, you normally are giving up some points too. So it's more like a 5-point cushion here for Buffalo if you take into consideration maybe a neutral site game, right? So a little bit of a bump for Buffalo. I tend to kind of lean a little bit onto the Rams side, kind of getting that edge there for them. And then a few things to back it up here as well. But let's talk about it. A 52-point implied or a 52-point over total, over under if you're looking into the gamblings. I love doing the gamblings. I think it's going to go a little bit under that. I'm looking in the 48 range, but I still like plays in this game. And one thing I've been in my research, I've been doing, checking out different information. It's all about how you put your roster together, right? Well, if you're 3-3, 3 Rams, 3 Bills, 4-2, however you're building it, and how you're targeting it, right? So let's look at both of these offenses for a second and kind of, think about what we can glean from them. So last year, both of these teams ran out of the 11 personnel, the 3 wide receiver sets. They were some of the highest in the league, right? So when it comes to passing, the LA Rams ran out of that set 92% of the time. So they run 3 wide receivers. That is what they do. So that is just how they attack. Now you might go, well, Scott, that's just rushing the ball. Then they change it up, passing the ball. No, rushing the ball too. They rush out of the 3 wide receiver set 77% of the time. So you're looking at a team in the Rams who's going to put 3 wide receivers on the field. That should really help you in your build. It's going to help us. For us, we're going to have at least 2 Rams wide receivers. It's going to be the rule for us today when we build our teams, whether that is Cooper Kupp, whether that's Tutu Atwell sneaking in, maybe somebody named Allen Robinson. We're going to be looking at those things. And maybe even Higbee in this sense. He might serve as a surrogate wide receiver without Van Jefferson in the lineup. Maybe that middle of the field, not deep threat, but middle of the field, kind of a space heater between the tight ends and the safeties. So, but let's take a look, though, at the Bills, right? How are they going to attack this? Well, they, too, like the 11 personnel. They like 3 wide receiver sets a lot, too. They pass out of it 79, 80% of the time, right? It works every time. I think I have a drop for that, right? I think it's something like
60% of the time, it works every time.
Noise.
Yeah, exactly. So they're going to be rushing or passing the ball almost 80% of the time out of that personnel grouping. So between the Bills and the Rams, you have 92%, 80%. So I think it's a healthy speculation to go wide receiver heavy. Not that we're tilting or ignoring any of the running backs, but they're not the primary focus of what we're doing. So that's just kind of how we're going to approach it. Secondly, though, when they do run the ball, the Rams 77% of the time, the Bills 60% of the time are rushing out of that set as well. So you're going to get some play with the running backs in there. I would say Dawson Knox is in play. So is Higbee, but we'll get to them. Let's talk a little bit of the prices, right? So this is, which I love, this is the Occupy Fantasy builder right now. So we're in the single build. We're going to build a lineup that we're going to use in a GPP play, one that's in the 25-cent little quarter jukebox. This is what I want. I've won 2 of these before, right? These Showdown jukeboxes. And so we're going to build 2 of the lineup for this. And then we're also going to build a lineup for the Millie Maker. So we have a Millie Maker lineup that we're going to construct as well. So we're going to use this model. I love this model. We've got percentages over here. We've got our index of who's going to pop and who's a good value. So let's kind of tuck in here, and we're going to do a single build on this. And this is one of my favorite tools. I'm going to refresh it just so we can make sure we have the newest data. You want to have all that good stuff, right? All right. So what we want to do is we're going to take a look at we're going to look at the rostership build. They say ownership, but I like to say rostership, right? I don't think anybody's owning anybody. But first we're going to look at the captain, and then we're going to look at the flex. So I'm going to roll up here. And the cool thing about this is you can easily just differentiate between the two, right? So I want to go captain. Let's take a look at the captains right now and the pricing, and then where you're finding the ownership or the rostership, right? So right now, the 2 most popular captains, no surprise, Josh Allen around 26%. It's up from 23 earlier in the week. And then Cooper Kupp around 21%. Diggs has been creeping up there. I listened to the Fantasy Footballers podcast, Defense podcast, great podcast today. And they were talking about Stephon Diggs being kind of a sneaky play. It's ending up not being a sneaky play. He is edging into, the top 5 for sure. And then also Allen Robinson, which was one of their favorite plays. I love Allen Robinson. I think we are going wide receiver heavy here. But there's somebody underneath there who's a little cheaper in the captain spot. And then also he's a little less rostered. And so for a little bit of differentiation, you could go Gabriel Davis. I do think if you do not go Josh Allen, you do need to go wide receiver. And if Allen Robinson had just arrived, how Odell Beckham did last year, I would be more leaning on Cooper Kupp, but the price difference is half. And so I think Allen Robinson, and also, 8% difference there too in the captain rostership. So I'm leaning Allen Robinson. And Gabe Davis, I think, is 2 of the ones I'm thinking about for my captain. But, there's other options as well. Scroll down here. I think Matthew Stafford at 8% rostered. That might be the last one that I'm going to roll my money out on today. One, it's a Millie Maker, and I'm not thinking that Isaiah McKenzie pops or Devin Singletary does anything special, particularly how these offenses are built to pass the ball. They're built to move the ball downfield. One thing I did want to mention as well when you're looking at this build is that right now, you think of the Bills as like one of the best defenses, particularly against the pass. Well, they have no Tre'Davious White. He's out for this game, out for the first 4 or 5 games of the season. He's on the PUP list. And in his place, we have Kair Elam, rookie out of Florida, first rounder, right? And then 6th rounder, Christian Bedford out of Villanova. So you have 2 rookies kind of manning the stead there. They both get playing time. I mean, that's not tremendous. Let's just be honest. That's not great for the Bills, And then Dane Jackson last year, he had a PFF rating of 58.1. That's not good. That was not good. It was down from 68.4. He almost had 69, in 2020. Nice. Right. But not great. So you're looking at a Bills defense that can be kind of sliced and diced a little bit, maybe not over the top with Hyde and Poyer, but maybe across the middle. And Cooper Kupp is great at running those little routes. I'm sure Allen Robinson is great at running routes behind linebackers as well. So I do like, this defense kind of being carved up a little bit, not too much, but a little bit, and kind of putting a little edge for me towards either Allen Robinson, or maybe Cooper Kupp being in almost every single one of my builds, right? So those are kind of the two for sure. I'm not pivoting off of them very much because I think they're going to get the majority of the targets. Cooper Kupp could get 8 to 10. I'm looking at Allen Robinson a little bit different, maybe 6 to 7, but still those could be red zone targets for Allen Robinson as well. So both of them are in play. And if you're being a little sneaky, I think Allen Robinson right now at half the volume, half the price, it's nice. With that being said, on the other side, right, the Rams have Jalen Ramsey on defense. And the word is he's going to be on Stephon Diggs. Now, that might scare people away, but these guys have matched up before, and Diggs did get a touchdown. Now, I don't think in the game in 2020, he was lined up on that play against Ramsey on the touchdown catch. It looked like more of a zone scheme, which the Rams do use a lot. And you know what? Josh Allen, not great against zone, honestly. He's in the upper half of not being great, around 18, 19, 20 against zone. And so that does kind of lend a little bit more for me, leaning towards the Rams in this matchup. And I think Josh Allen, if he can get away from Aaron Donald, Floyd, he's going to be safe as a play, but I don't love him in the captain spot, particularly at his rostership 26%. So that's just kind of expensive. For 1,800 too is a bit much for me. So I'm leaning away from that. But it is what it is. So let's take a look now. We're going to pivot off of the captains and look just at the flex. So who we want in and kind of where they're at and where their rostership is. Josh Allen, 50% of the builds. Cooper Kupp, 46. No surprise there. Isaiah McKenzie, though, look at that, 42%. That is ridiculous. You're not fooling anybody. Thank you, Dave Richards, for the hype on him. Sleeper of the year. So he's there. He's ahead of Stephon Diggs. So maybe when you're playing Diggs in the flex, you do have a little bit of an advantage. Gabriel Davis down at 33%. It's shocking. Allen Robinson's only at 28%. So right there might be your leverage as well if you're combining Allen Robinson with another wide receiver from the Rams, or if you're pivoting, to Gabriel Davis and Allen Robinson together in the flex. It's not too bad. Higbee down here at 22% could be a sneaky play. He needs to get a touchdown, though, for you to be viable in this realm. He needs to be getting, 5 receptions, 60 yards, a touchdown, if you really want to pop and win the Million Maker for him. Dawson Knox, interesting. He's only 15% rostered. He's priced up a little bit at 6,800, but I do think that he presents a little bit of a mismatch advantage where you have Diggs and other players that you're going to be clearing out Jalen Ramsey. And then, Dawson Knox is a bit of a hoss. So I like that. I'm not playing either one of the defenses. I do think they'll be scoring. Tutu Atwell, only 4%. So I thought people might be on Tutu a little bit more now that we know that they're going to be running in 3 wide receiver sets. There's a little bit more love. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't see where. Yeah, there's no more love. But Tutu, 4%, not too bad. Jamison Crowder, that's a situation there. If you want to fade Isaiah McKenzie and you want to go Jamison Crowder, as of right now, I don't think he's ruled out. If he gets 30% of the snaps and maybe catches a touchdown, that's maybe how you could flip the script. But that might be a little bit too contrarian for me and my build and how I'm going to go. But let's jump over. So now that we have the tool, let's talk about how we're going to use it, right? So we kind of talked earlier in my leaning towards, and we'll do 2 builds. We'll do one with Gabriel Davis in my captain. My captain. Oh, here, I'll do this. This is silly. What am I doing? Oh, okay. It's always good to use the stuff right away. I have not used it in a long time. Okay, there we go. It went into my flex. Can I move him up here? No. Oh, no. Oh, I only have it on flex. That was my problem. Look at you. I need to take it off there. Stupid. I'm not, don't tell anybody I'm stupid. If this gets out, that'd be really damaging my reputation. I'm not going to lie. There would be riots in the streets. All right, so 10% rostered. I don't feel bad about that. With that being said, Josh Allen, 50%. That is, that's a lot. That's it's expensive to quite expensive. 12,000 here. It's much better. But I want to put Cooper Kupp in here because he's Cooper Kupp. I'm going to bypass Isaiah McKenzie, and I'm going to roll down here. To Allen Robinson, right? So far, I've added Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson. I spoke of them earlier. You may have been familiar with them. If I can get Josh Allen in here, maybe. But I'm just going to see what else I can do and how, K-Makers, not my favorite. Let me put Dawson Knox in. And now we're Gabe Davis in our captain, Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, Dawson Knox. Got 69,000 left. Noise. So noise. 69,000 left. So Josh Allen would decimate it. But if we did go Josh Allen, we could throw in maybe a 2-2 Atwell. That might be a little too extreme for this build. But let's see if we put in Stephon Diggs, what we could do. So if Diggs is in, we still have, cool part is we can sort this too by price. Great tool. Sort it by price. That way we're not looking at friends we can't have, right? So if we're in this range, we don't love the running backs here, but we know that Darrell Henderson is going to get some play. And we also know that Cam Akers coming off a soft tissue injury. There is going to be potential here. So that's an option. We're not going to click the box right now. We're going to continue to scroll and just take a look. James Cook as a contrarian play could be in as well. But let's put Darrell Henderson. That's just for the sake of it. Let's take a look at the build. See what we think. All right. Game script wise, Gabriel Davis and our captain. We're thinking, we have Stephon Diggs too and Dawson Knox. Okay. So the 3 pass catchers over here, we've got 2 pass catchers and a running back. We faded the quarterback, but we picked up any, potential goal line touchdown from Darrell Henderson. We've seen him down there before being used. And we've snagged potential touchdown receptions from Gabriel Davis or Stephon Diggs. Taking those points in. If Josh Allen rushes in, if he's rushing in and he's your captain and he's got the goal line work, God bless him against Aaron Donald and those boys. I would be throwing it to these other bigger boys. That's just me, my game theory. But God bless him. I'm not going to be betting on that first game of the season trying to crush his body against Aaron Donald in the middle. Why not just throw it to him, right? So that gives you 3 pass catchers. Fading the running backs in this Buffalo build. We talked about that a little bit. Dawson Knox, down goal line. I do like his prowess. And then, I'm not in love with Darrell Henderson, but I do love having Cooper Kupp and Allen Robinson. Their touchdown upside is there as well. Cooper Kupp particularly is fond of touchdowns. So let's go to here and I went a little too far. Okay. This is a little high risk because look, it says non-quarterback as your captain. So I'm high risking it a little bit. A low risk would be both starting quarterbacks, one at the captain, and then both starting running backs. So I'm not into kind of that class. That's kind of gross. I'll be honest with you. No, I'm not into that. All right. Let's go to lineup number 2. Cool thing about this is you can build multiple lineups here on Occupy Fantasy's tool, and then you can just import them too. We're gonna just kind of not import them because we have another window open, but we'll remember them, and if we can't, we'll go over and look at the screens again. So, all right, let's start over here again. And before I talk about Gabe Davis, I do believe. Captain, I do believe in not paying up too much for captains. It's just my stance, unless they're going to hit like Jonathan Taylor or something like that. But Allen Robinson, you're getting a deal here. He is 13th. It's not too bad, but I do want to put him in there as my captain, and then that allows me, I think, as well as I scroll up here a little bit to change into flex. That does allow me as well to get into. I want Cooper Kupp. I just do. I want him. Right. I want Josh Allen as well. I'm going to have my friend Stephon Diggs. Now, I'm running low here on the pricing. So let's just take a look here. I'm going to go a little contrarian and go James Cook. Leaves me 4,500. So let's just, I know that Josh Allen's not targeted running back. So this might be fool's gold. We'll see at the build. If we don't like the build, we'll scrap it. We might have to get rid of Josh Allen. And that would take James Cook away. And we can put somebody else in that we like. But in this scenario, it fits it for now. I do like Higbee being leaned on a little bit here, but we cannot afford him with our Josh Allen. It's not great. Let's take him away and let's go get some Higbee real quick. So I like Higbee over Cooks. Leaves us only with the 1,700. I don't know if there's anybody in the viable range. I mean, that is just terrible. I mean, we're treading water here on this one. Treading water. It's not great. It's not great. Yeah. Kyron Williams, 2-2. Well, we talked about 2-2. But if we put 2-2 in, are we going 4? Yeah, we're going 4-2. I don't like that. That does not feel good. I'm going to abandon Josh. I'm going to abandon 2-2. And I'm going to go a little bit higher priced here than that. And I'm going to put back in Stephon Diggs. I'm going to put back in Gabe Davis And then I'm going to go get, let me see, Tyler Higbee. Oh, I definitely need another Buffalo Bill. Okay, so the cool part about this is I can go over here and go to the team, can sort them out. I'm going to get a Buffalo Bill. Close it up. Very nice. Dawson Knox, just a little too expensive. I'm not spending the money on Crowder. Oh man, this is not great. It's not my favorite thing here. Man, this build's a little trickier than I thought for sure. This is the Millie Maker build that I want to win the Millie Maker with. So I definitely am hemorrhaging a little bit. I might have to take out Stephon Diggs, fade Stephon Diggs, and put in Josh Allen, which is fine, right? I still have 2 wide receivers. It might make me have to put James Cook in. I only have 3,500 left. But Zach Moss, what a nasty play. Zach Moss, he is going to factor in. He's going to factor in. Oh, man. I left only 500, so it wasn't that high risk, but I think Zach Moss is a nasty, sneaky play. Fading Stephon Diggs. This is a gross lineup, but, man, it could do something. All right, let's go back to lineup 1. I'm going to put this lineup, the Gabriel Davis lineup, in my showdown. So let's go Gabe Davis. He's my captain. I'm going to go Cooper Kupp. I'm going to go Stephon Diggs. If I remember it correctly, Dawson Knox, Darrell Henderson. Dawson Knox. And shout out Mike Collins. He's got my boy Darrell Henderson. And then who else? I left somebody off. Allen Robinson. Oh my gosh. Allen Robinson. I'm not leaving you off, my brother. All right, update my entry. Gonna win it all with that. All right, let's jump over here to my Millie Maker build. All right, this one was a little more contentious, right? This took a little bit longer time, but that's fine. That's fine. Captain, we're going Allen Robinson, right? We like Gabe Davis. Make sure I remember this one right. So I gotta go back and check. Cooper Kupp, Gabe Davis, Josh Allen. Okay. Scroll down in history. I'm going down. Going down to Zach Moss and Tyler Higbee. Where's Zach? Ah, there he is. Zach Moss and then Mr. Higbee. Don't be hiding. All right. Those are my lineups. I'm not going to put that in reserve with $10. Yeah. Enter with my $10. Do I have it? Am I good for it? Does my account accept it? It did. All right. Excellent. Well, thank you for watching. I'm so excited for this year. We're going to be building lineups every Thursday, every Sunday, and every single Monday. So be ready for all that content coming your way. We're going to be picking winners. Your boy, Bo McBrayer over at NimbleWnumbers.com. Please go check us out. We'll be rolling out content. We got stuff coming for the long haul for the whole year. I cannot wait to crush it this year. And with myself and you, some DFS cash in the Showdown slates. So also, if you can, on my website, there's a link. Go sign up for Brian Jester's Occupy Fantasy. It's a super cool tool. I love being able to use it. I love being able to jump in, build different things. Bo and I have used it last year for Millie Makers. It's just the best. And when I win, I can, tell Brian what I did. All right. So you can too. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great football. I cannot believe it is back. It's the best time.